Hello. So, just let you guys know, started smoking again. Yeah, I think it was like exactly 2 o'clock that you like started smoking again. It's pretty funny. So that means it was exactly 2 days. Yeah, that's so funny, man. Well, yeah, I switched to American Spirits. I just read that these have more nicotine in them than any other cigarette, but they don't have all those other like really terrible additives. So I tell myself that it's safer, even though uh, it actually says on here, no additives in our tobacco does not mean a safer cigarette. But it's green, so I like green things, in case you guys didn't know. I gave a pot cookie to this guy tonight who's like cooking Cajun food outside of this bar where I do comedy at. It was really terrible tonight. Like, just terrible. I mean, I got some laughs, but like, so fucking what? I don't ever like have a good time up there. Like, I can't envision that ever happening. And I was talking to like another comic about it tonight. Somebody that I can actually like consider like a friend and not just a colleague. I really like people like that. His name's Brad Hinderleiter, and he's really, really fucking funny. And he's been doing it for a little while, so he knows like what's up, and he seems like he's pretty cool with himself on stage, and it definitely resonates. And I mean, maybe that'll happen in like 10 years if I live that long, but see, with my suicidal plans, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So I I think that I should do this musical memoir thing that I haven't wanted to do because it's not very like comical. It's just sad. Um, but there's a lot of funny in the tragedy, though. That's what makes it what it is, I think. But see, like I thought that this was so funny, and like nobody thought it was funny. That's what kills me about comedy is that like people laugh at this stuff that I don't expect them to laugh at, and then they don't laugh at anything that I think they're gonna laugh at. But that's just because like I'm trying to appeal to like all the people in my head that just agree with everything that I think and believe, and that's a little too idealistic, don't you think? So that's why it's like, why the fuck am I doing comedy? It's dumb. But I think comedy is for people that uh, are like a glutton for punishment, basically. Because it's like you're being punished like every day, all day. Like, I mean, it's cool to, have this perspective and be able to find a lot of shit amusing and, to be able to be amused rather than just like purely horrified or disgusted. Like that's a perk to it. But uh, and I mean, I don't think that I would take just like being like a regular ass person that doesn't have to deal with all this psychological shit and, you know, like worthlessly fight for this country. Like, I'm glad that I'm on the side that I'm on, but it's not a fun side. I do think it's more fun than the side that everybody else is on, though. I mean, you're getting like that laser light in your eye. Stop looking over there. Yeah, so this is like the star motion sensor in case you guys didn't recognize it from the commercials. Um, if you're crazy, you use the star motion sensor in your fucking garage just to like entertain yourself when you're really stoned, uh, rather than just, putting it out for like the kids to see during the holidays. Cause like, ooh, lights in the sky, I don't, it's funny like the, like, So many people will buy something for like this one stupid ass reason, and then like, you know, some crazy ass person will just be really stoned at the Walmart at like 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, I need this. This is gonna solve all my problems. People will come to my house just for this experience. I'm gonna do this again because I really like this joke. Um, I feel like if the audience were just me, like yeah, it'd be great. Much better turnout. Um, you know what I hate even more than Nazis? When some total nincompoop with nothing remotely interesting to say walks up to me and rudely interrupts a perfectly good conversation that I was having with myself. You see me over here, carrying on. We don't need any help. Hey, Amy, you talking yourself again? Hey, Amy, you got imaginary friends? I got an imaginary brute squad killer, and they don't like you. See, they didn't think that was funny at all. I just thought that was hilarious. Imaginary brute squad? Fuck yeah. Aww. Okay. Pop that bitch in the mouth. It's always women that feel the need to. Well, no, that's not true. That's not true at all. You know that. Do not even make that statement. Because how many times have these kids walked up to you? It's just like they need attention. Yeah, okay, I've noticed this. Like there are these kids that I work with. They're like 16, maybe 17, and like not all of them. Like some of them are like really mature for their age, but um others, you know, really really need attention. Like if I walk past them, they like expect me to acknowledge them. You know, they're like, "Hey, Amy, what's going on, Amy? What you doing, Amy?" Like, I was just like, "Why are you inquiring like about my every move? Like, what are you trying to make like casual conversation or like I don't know." And it's like a part of me just thinks like, "Oh, they just need attention. You know, they don't get enough attention from their parents, or maybe they're the only child, or maybe they're like." One child in a family of 10 kids, you know, like, I mean, a lot of times that's the case. Like there's this kid that I work with who like, uh, he'll have a headset on and it just drives me fucking up the wall, man. Cause he'll just like blow into it and pretend to be customers and all this stupid ass shit. I'm like, dude, I've just been working in drive-thrus for too long that like, yeah, I don't treat the headset like it's a goddamn toy. It's just like, really, you know, you're just gonna be that really obnoxious person like throughout my entire shift. And I kept telling him, I was like, I'm gonna take this bitch off and you're gonna have to take orders because I'm not gonna listen to you. You just say a bunch of stupid ass shit and play really retarded music off your phone that you really want me to listen to. You know, it's just ugh, God, attention getting people. You know, it's funny because like my MO is like, please give me attention all the time. I need attention. I soak it up. I eat it. I swallow it whole. You know, like I guess that's why I'm doing this because that it makes the most sense, right? Because right now, like through the vortex, I'm just like imagining all these people going, "Hi, yeah, of course, yeah, I totally get it, yeah. I want to be this on the stage, but it's so hard." See, I'm just stuck between a rock and a hard place with comedy because it's like I'm not whining. I promise. I'm not whining. Okay, it's gonna be okay. Um, uh, these should be the last 2 packs of cigarettes that you smoke. Remember, you got 22 packs of cigarettes over there, or empty packs of cigarettes. You should have 24 for like 24 hours of the day. That would make the most sense, would it not? In your brain. Yes, that's what we told ourselves when we went to the gas station. We gave away one of our cigarettes like immediately to this like black man that was behind us. I'm pretty sure he was homeless. I was like, this is probably the most awesome thing he's ever gonna get from a white person. So I was like, these cigarettes take like 15 minutes to burn, just to let you know. And he was like, really? Wow, thank you. Yeah, man. Like, so if somebody like asks to bum a cigarette off you and you receive an American Spirit, you should be eternally grateful. These bitches are expensive. I even like bought a lighter over there because like I didn't have one. You know what I mean? I really like talking to people. Just having like a real conversation is nice, you know, and just talking about different things and like it was funny because I was just like bitching about women and like Brad Henderletter was just like, oh God, like my girlfriend just feels the same way about women. Like you guys should really talk. And I was like, oh my God, I need a woman. I need a woman with some sense. Too many women play the victim, you know? And it sucks because like our government basically like ensures that they will do so. But you know, they take advantage of that because they love to manipulate situations, right? So that they don't have to take responsibility for how they feel about things. See, like you're in charge of where your life goes. And I wish I could get that across to people. But I realize I just come across as a total cunt. Like I just sound like such a misogynist. Like it doesn't matter like what I like even if I'm like working over here and in my bitching about the female mantra, it seems like what if I'm like working really hard to like take down the patriarchy, you know, like that shit doesn't matter. Like this is why I think that like if you're a feminist, like a true feminist, like that's how you live. You know, it's like a lifestyle choice, like to not follow suit. And so I feel like I guess I'm like a different kind of feminist or whatever. Like, I've listened to a lot of like Anita Franco, and I guess like she's really inspired me to just not like conform just because it's easier. And, you know, I really struggle with that, especially in high school. Just trying to like fit in, and I was in the theater department and I didn't fit in there any better. Like I thought that I would because I'm very theatrical, don't you know? But I mean, I could see myself acting like if I were in control of everything. If I were in control of all the characters I play, that'd be different than if I was just playing somebody else's role. You know, if I was playing a role that had been assigned to me, like I would just be so concerned that I would fuck it up, you know? And I mean, I totally did. Like true story, man. Really traumatic experience for me. Senior year of high school, I was in a play. It was a really lame play that I didn't want to be in. And maybe that's why I forgot my line. But, I mean, I worked really fucking hard, though, because it's so hard for me to memorize shit. And it's not even like it's hard for me to memorize shit as much as it's hard for me to remember it, like, on command. Like, that's why I'm so bad at, like, taking tests and stuff, because it's just, like, this expectation. I mean, seriously, like, most tests that I aced, it was because I stayed up all fucking night studying. You know, I'm not that fucking smart. I'm actually very painfully slow. So I think that it shows too. I think that people know that I'm pretty dumb. No matter like how intuitive my thoughts might be, and no matter how like right my speculations might be about society and how like different types and subtypes behave. And like there's this chick in the comedy scene named Sarah Dalton, and like I talked to her for a little while tonight too. She was talking about how like it was so funny, man. She said Like she looked at this girl's like Facebook page and like it was just like this fat girl that was obsessed with wolves. And she was like, man, I can tell so much about her based on those like two things. And we were just like talking about how easy it is to just like classify people and to just judge people. I mean, that's why comedy makes sense, you know, if you're a judgmental, narcissistic piece of crap, you know? And I mean, I don't think that we want to be like that. It's just the way that we're wired, you know? It's like there can be like perks to that. No, not only is it humorous, but like you can make a lot of really honest statements, you know, that offend a lot of people. So usually the very people that you're making statements about and you don't even mean to, it's just like, oh, okay, this hits home with them, you know, because they do this all the time, you know. So I know that like my YouTube channel is not for everybody. Well, it's really not for anybody but, you know, people like me. People like people like us over here. You know, cuz like why would you watch my channel if you like are proud to be an American? Why would you watch my channel if you uh like still believe in this country and the freedom that we have? Like I'm just totally like pessimistic about everything. I mean, yeah, that's pretty evident, but I don't think that things are going to get better for a long time. They might eventually, but I feel like I just have to work even harder. You know, every single time that I feel like I bomb, that's that's the conclusion that I come up with. It's like as much as I just want to quit comedy, I'm like, nope, you just have to work harder. That's the answer every time. So I feel like I could seriously like do something with this YouTube channel though, if I just maybe marketed it differently. And I don't like to think about it like that. Like my thoughts are a fucking market, but they really are. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I just feel pretty ostracized though. Like I don't feel like I can like get on with like most people that I've met. Like maybe I can talk to them for like 5 minutes at the most, but I can't just like sit down and have like a prolonged conversation, you know, unlike the one that I had tonight. So it's, you know, that it's awesome when I'm able to talk to people and I try to like stick around even though like I don't want to, even though I just like want to leave immediately. I'm like, no, try to talk to somebody that you feel like you can relate to. Try to open yourself up and maybe they'll open themselves up and maybe you guys will, you know, be able to laugh about shit together, you know? That's always nice. See my friend Brad, his girlfriend's like really hot and she's blonde and I like her comedy. Like she just doesn't do it that much, you know. He said that she's on like hiatus and I was like, man, I get that. But I think that she's probably on hiatus for a different reason than I am because she's got bladder issues, but and I don't really know if like they would be happy about me just like, you know, having this conversation with you, Vortex. Um, but yeah, I just really appreciate when anybody takes the time to talk to me. I guess because I feel like I'm such a difficult person to be around. And I mean, it's just my opinions. They're like fucking patchouli oil. They fucking stink. I know that they stink. And I feel like if people could see why, though, if they could just like come into my world, just peer inside it, you know, just take like a little glance through the peephole, you know, then they would be like, oh my God, no wonder. Like, maybe they wouldn't judge me so harshly. Maybe they wouldn't think I was such a cunt just because, you know, I just say things, man. I just say things. And like, Yeah, but you say misogynistic things and you say racist things and you say like homophobic things. But I'm not like, it's so funny that like at the end of the day, what I'm fighting for is for all the racist, homophobic, misogynistic, fucking anti this, anti that. It's all wrong. Like all those people, I just want them to die. Like it's just with women, it's really rough with women because like just being a woman and my entire life, people like not understanding me and like just wondering about my gender. Like, okay, so my mother, she gave me the name Amy. She really wanted to name me Nicole. That's my middle name. So whenever she gets really fucking pissed at me, she's like, Amy Nicole. I mean, I know a lot of parents do that. Just kind of a threat. Like, I'm gonna say your first and your middle name. And you better respond correctly. You know? It's my mother. She doesn't talk like that. She's not from Brooklyn or the Bronx or whatever fucking borough. I think she's in my head. But yeah. So what was I saying about your mother? My mother. No, seriously, what the fuck were we saying? Women. You were talking about women. You're bitching about women per usual. Yeah. So I mean, my mother. Like, okay, back to my mother. She named me Amy because she didn't want to name me something like with Nicole. She didn't want people to call me Nikki because with Nikki you can't tell if that's a boy or a girl. It's just funny because like, well, people still mistake my gender knowing my name. So they're like, Amy, is that Amy? Like, is she a boy? Like, are there boys named Amy? No, I remember like somebody I worked with at Steak and Shake. Like she knew my name and she went up to my coworker privately. And my coworker then came up to me, Tish, shout out to Tish, I miss you, bitch, I love you. She was like the older version of me. She just like smokes cigarettes and she'd come up to me and say shit like, why are all men worthless? I do a pretty good impression of her. She's got a really like low voice and it's just very distinctive, pretty easy to mimic, but it's awesome though. I mimic out of love. But yeah, she came up to me and she was like, so, you know that new manager? I thought it was really funny. She came up to me and like after you left, and she was like, Amy is she's a boy, right? Like, or Amy, she couldn't figure out what parts we had, cause like if you can tell, now I'm wearing uh like the last boyfriend that I had pretty good taste in clothes, even though he mainly wore like white t-shirts, but he had the occasional like really awesome t-shirt that was like either sarcastic or just like funny. But yeah, this Clockwork Orange t-shirt, I believe his sister gave it to him, and I'm sure he regrets leaving it here, but I don't. But yeah, you can barely see these babies. Like you kind of see her poking out there, right there. See my little nipple, my nips. But I know like just the way that we carry ourselves. Like I'll give you an example. Like, okay, so it's kind of like how I walk. Like, just like I've noticed that like a lot of women, well, it's also because of the shoes that they wear. Women love uncomfortable shoes. I've noticed this, and then they like to bitch about having to wear them. See, this is what I'm talking about. Let's take down that patriarchy. Here we go. So this is how most bitches walk. Like, wait. Gotta do it from over here, okay? Like, very assertive. Like they're trying to like be showy by the way that they walk. Guys don't walk like that unless they got like a teeny tiny dick. I know a lot of guys like they do that. They usually got a gut too. I noticed that. Like, well, sometimes they got a gut, but other times they like work out all the time and they're like when they walk. And some people just do it, like my friend Brad Henderleiter. But he's just a bigger guy, so he's got to walk like that. But I mean, guys though, it's like they clearly have an ego. Like a lot of them they got little man syndrome. Like last motherfucker that I worked for at Steak and Shake. This is why I left, because he was a piece of shit. But yeah, he'd always fucking walk like that because he just like worked out all the time, and he was like so pumped up about that, and just like constantly bragging about, how much he worked out and how cool he was because of that. And I was like, that's a drug, right? Like, it's cool because like you're doing it yourself. Like, I get it. I get the empowerment streak, but Jesus. But yeah, like, some bitches look like that. Though. Like, just want to show off their titties. See, like, I really like having tiny ass titties because I don't have to wear a bra, Ooh, you want to? Nope. Can't do it. I would totally do it if YouTube allowed it, but I'm teeny tiny though, so like I could pass for like either like a tiny like Kurt Cobain-esque like caught in the middle of some life crises sort of thing, because I would say like midlife crisis or like quarter life crisis. It's really just a constant life crisis. Yeah, it's not just a crisis, it's a crises. Is that like multiple crises all at once? It's just like a big giant crisis. You can't smoke these like you've smoked the other shit. You can't do it. These cigarettes are way too fucking strong. Okay. Just hold it. Just hold it for a little while and then you can eventually smoke it. That'd be so funny if I just did that. Like, that would be funny if that's how you quit smoking. Like, by like weaning yourself off, but still by having the cigarette in your hand. Well, okay, so that's how you wean yourself off of other shit, though. Like, this video is gonna be long, by the way. We're already at like 28 minutes. It's crazy, man. We've just been yakking. Yakking. Seemed like, well, my performance went bad, so I guess I'll just perform for the vortex, maybe. Maybe you guys will enjoy this more. Yeah, that crowd was just terrible. But I also think that it was my delivery. I mean, every time I just assumed that it was that. Because I know, like, getting on stage is absolutely terrifying for me, so I don't, like, no matter how well prepared I am, no matter how many times I've rehearsed it or whatever the fuck I do, like, it's a completely different experience once I'm up there. The most amazing thing, though, is when, like, I can get, like, everybody in the room to laugh. Like, that's pretty rewarding, just for my confidence, So I'm not going to say that it doesn't, like, fill any kind of empty space, but there's so many empty spaces in my heart. I'm surprised that my heart is still beating. So, like, I feel like a lot of people do comedy because they think it's going to fill some sort of void, but, like, I guess I know that it won't, because that void is always expanding. So, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you should do that joke. That joke is really, really funny. And especially the way that you say it in your Bill Burr tribute. Well, I feel like I actually sound like Chris Rock. Like, just there's a certain way that he said a joke. I think it was when he was talking about women that raise a child like on their own. He's like, just because you can do it doesn't mean that's the way it ought to be done. I don't want to quote it verbatim. I know I'm not quoting it verbatim because I haven't seen the bit enough to like get it perfect. Can't do like no Mitch Hedberg bit. But yeah, it's just the way that he says that. Like I have this, I guess my Chris Rock, Bill Burr, probably Mitch Hedberg also. I feel like every time I do a joke, I'm like hoping that those comics that I really adore would like find it funny. You know? Adore? I don't know if that's the right word, but I mean, like, I just thought of something really funny. Really funny if, yeah, okay, I'm smoking now. Fuck you, Amy. Uh-huh. What if you confused adore and a bore? Like, so if you try to tell somebody that you adore them, but you accidentally said a bore, it would be hilarious. If they knew what a bore meant. Probably a lot of people don't know what. I'm like, what's a bore mean? Oh, shit. No, I meant adore. See, that's funny to. That's really not that funny. It's just kind of amusing. But anyway, yeah, so I was saying this is like my Chris Rock thing. So talking about that expanding void, like, yeah, comedy doesn't fill that void. Comedy might be like, I mean, I wouldn't even say it's relief. Like, comedy in my own life, yes, that's relief. But performing is a release of some kind for me. Like, if it actually resonates with people, that's just the most incredible thing ever. Said this before, I'll say it again. I do not take it for granted. 1 millisecond of understanding that I received from anybody in the audience is just like priceless. You know? That's why I would do this for free. Not for fun. Until I got comfortable with myself. I mean, I don't think we're going to be having fun for a long time. Like, because Brad was telling me, like, oh, well, it takes about 10 to 15 years. And I was like, oh, well, I'm 31. I'm almost 32. Almost at 32. Yeah, don't round up yet. It's not time, okay? Like, when it's like a week away, I could understand you saying that you're 32, but it's like 3 months away, babe. Okay. So my last 3 months spent being 31. I should just live it up. I should just go out clubbing every night. Even though the clubs close pretty early in Nashville. Like, Club Play closes at like they say they close at 3, but they really close around like 2:30. It's the only club I really feel comfortable in. I mean, I haven't really been to that many clubs. I've been to like Grand Central Station. And that was just an awkward experience, except for the part where we just like went up to the other dance floor that wasn't like overpopulated, and I went into the little go-go box or whatever the fuck. That was cool. I danced for like a long ass time, and I wasn't drunk, and I kept wanting to get drunk. But then I was like, I don't need to drink. Like, I love to dance, Like, that's why I'm here. But dancing is really, really fun when you're drunk, though. I will say that. The last time I went clubbing, I was at Club Play, and I was with my friend Kim, and she got fucking trashed. I mean, it was so funny, dude. This was like one of the funniest experiences. So I was at Club Play with my friend Kim and our friend Alex that we met at Steak and Shake. He's like a manager. Shout out to Alex. I love you. I miss you. You're so fucking funny. She laughed at everything I said. She always like, ha! Yeah. She had like the best laugh. She was a lot of fun to work with. She was so much fun to work with. But yeah, she was this fire snatch from Florida, and she's down there at Steak and Shake, I'm assuming. Unless she's doing something better with her life, which I'm hoping. But that's a fun job, though. I miss it a lot. And I know that Kim misses it a lot, too, even though she denies it. But yeah, so the three of us went to Club Play, and before we went there, we got pulled over. Well, I got pulled over, and Kim was like freaking out, and she was like, damn, like you were so good with cops. I'm like, yeah, because they're not threatened by hello. You know, like I'm pretty friendly. I'm pretty like non-threatening. And I'm also pretty white. Like, even though I'm like totally like black, like charcoal on the inside, like that doesn't resonate. You know, people have just been seeing colors wrong this whole time. You know, but I'm pretty white though. I'm pretty pasty. Tan in bed, don't do nothing. So yeah, we get pulled over, and like I'm totally wearing my seatbelt though, like the wrong way, which is like a huge offense, which is so fucking stupid. I cannot rant about seatbelts enough. I hate seatbelts more than Doug Stanhope thinks that he hates seatbelts. God, they're just like so constricting, man. I fucking hate it. I just want to be free. But yeah, so for fucking years, like I've been wearing I've been wearing it wrong this whole time. I still wear it wrong too. I don't want to wear it right. So I've been wearing it like under my arm. And I had another cop tell me that that was like the wrong way to do it. But I still kept wearing it wrong. And so like that's what, well, he pulled me over because like I had my fucking brights on, and I was in Nashville, like on Rosa Parks. And anybody that knows, if you know Nashville, you know Rosa Parks, you know that area of fucking confusing it is. And like, this is what I like about cities. It's like the roads just like turn into other roads, and they like have like no idea where the fuck you are, and they're like, oh my god, there's a shitty dive bar. Oh fuck, and there's all kinds of shit, But I mean, Nashville's cool. I'm just saying I don't like driving in cities, which is why the like mass transit system makes a lot more sense, or just walking or cycling, doing whatever, exercising. Like if I lived in a big ass city like New York or Chicago or Los Angeles, like I would just walk everywhere. I'd just take the bus, or I'd take the subway or monorail or whatever. Like I love that. Like that's always like been so appealing to me about big cities. Like I went to San Francisco, and like my favorite part of it was riding that fucking trolley. Like I just think it's so cool. Like I just have much more appreciation for life. And I mean, well, maybe I wouldn't now because I just see everybody on their phones, but I could still just like judge them and feel superior to them. And everybody does this. They just do it in a different way. I'm just being open, and like for so long I was like ashamed of this. Well, I wasn't ashamed of it. I wasn't ashamed of being like on this side of everything, but I just knew that other people would think I was just a cunt, like just a fucking judgmental, arrogant narcissist, that just wanted to feel like good about the shitty decisions that she made. So she'd be like, well, I don't have my phone. It's okay that I threw my life down the drain and smoking cigarettes again, even though I know it's going to kill me. And like, it's totally fine. Because I don't have a smartphone. It's like, everybody's got that, like that one thing though, that one thing that they do or they don't do that they feel like that makes them better than everybody else. I feel like everybody has this. They're just not like aware of this. But I mean, a lot of times I've noticed this, especially in restaurants. Like, it's just everybody thinks that they're so much better of a worker than everyone else. Like, I'm just as guilty of it as like everybody that I work with. But the difference with me is that like, I own when I'm a shitty worker. Like, I own when I'm like not able to function, or like if I make a mistake, I like try to make up for it immediately, Like, I just hate fucking up because, I got that camera crew of self-awareness. So like, they're not going to let me get away with shit. Like if I forget ketchup in a bag, I'm going to hear about it for another 2 fucking hours. Like, so don't think I don't know. You guys like, yes? I hope so. I hope your answer is yes. I should have said that first. Y'all like Janice? I hope you like Janice. I can do a pretty good impression of her. I'm not going to try it now since I'm smoking. But I actually think you'd probably do an even better impression of her because you're smoking. Mm, what's that one song? Come on, come on. No, I can't fucking do it now. Take it! No, you're doing it like all like 70s disco, like fucking it up. You fucking up Janice, man. Fucking up Janice, man. So I'm thinking about covering songs just like in my sets. Uh, this is another grandiose idea that I've had that's wonderful in my head, but if it plays out, that'll be amazing. But uh, I'll try to cover a song that I know pretty well. But you know what's funny about it is that I know this song like the back of my hand. I've sang it, I've recited it multiple times, multiple parts of the song, like not just, the voice, obviously, but, the guitar parts and the, uh, what do you call them? Horns. Yeah. Like, just like trying to make myself do it like on command, like, okay, now you're going to perform St. Vincent's Actor Out of Work. Like, I've listened to this song over and over and over again because the song's fucking brilliant on so many levels. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful number. About horrible people that I can totally understand. But it's like, the song has so much empathy to it. But it's like, this empathy that's surrounded in like rage. It's just like, why do I feel sorry for this person? Why do I give a fuck about them? It's like I feel like she writes songs that like if she writes them about people that she, not so secretly despises, but like there is a secret too though, because it's like you have to be nice to people even though you don't want to be. And like she's very good at writing about crazy bitches. I know that she's a crazy bitch herself. I love you. I don't feel like I would be doing this without you, Annie. You mean so much to me. Anyway, I think I'm going to go see her in concert again. I saw her at Marathon Music Works, and my friend Joey and I, we waited around a long time to meet her, but she never came out. But she played a really awesome show, so I can understand her being tired and wanting to just crash, but or just drink. I get it. You don't have to explain it. But yeah, we met some really awesome fans though, and I feel like that was worth it, especially just being in the sea of hipsters, especially like being in the sea of hipsters a lot. Like people fucking God. Oh my God! Tonight there's this bitch from Orlando. Shout out to Micah for saying this. Thank you so much for saying this tonight because that was great. There was this bitch from Orlando, like exactly like I was just. Oh my God, this is the way that she walked. It was, oh, and it kills me because she's once again I guess I'm like alluding to what I was just talking about, like these people that, they're just so annoying or they're so like frustrating or they're just liars or they're just bad people or they're just like get the fuck away from me kind of people, Like this girl was just like overly friendly, like this is how she walked. Yeah, you might want to take off your fucking shoes. You already have them on tight. What the fuck? Why are you doing that? Okay, that's how she walked. Like seriously, like what the fuck? And she was wearing these like tight ass leggings with these like bitch shoes, And she was like she was super nice, but it seems so fake, Like, hi, who are you? Are you a comic? I'm a comic too. I'm from Orlando. Okay, I'm not really doing a good impression of her because I was trying to like immediately forget how she talked, because it was so obnoxious. And she was just going up to like every single person at that bar, like introducing herself. And oh my God, I can't do that level of enthusiasm, baby. Like you might be a really nice person,
And she said some funny shit. I'll give her that. I don't remember any of it though because, like I said, the voice and just the whole personality. But this is why I didn't tell her about my GlueTube channel because I already knew where I was gonna go later on with her existence. But yes, see, like what Brad and I were talking about was like how like comics should be like friendly, like they not like overly friendly like that, but I mean they should support each other. They shouldn't try to cut each other down. And like if I seem like I've done that or I've been doing that, it's because people have tried to cut me down, and I mean, it's my natural reaction. It's in my defense. Like, what am I supposed to do? Just be like, you know, like. I just want to clear the air though, because I don't know. I just don't want to be at odds with everybody. I guess that's like what I realized tonight. I don't want it to be competitive, but I also want to say things that matter. And if those things that matter happen to like offend people, it's like, boo fucking who, you know? I have to fucking sit back and take it. I have to eat shit all because I said the N word like 6 months ago. Like, it's stupid, man. And like, I have to eat shit more than any fucking minority I know because nobody believes that I'm fucking mentally ill, you know? And nobody, like, psychiatrists, like, don't fucking, take me seriously, or like, they'll cast me aside. Like, if I was like, yeah, I have borderline personality, be like, oh, well, so sorry, you know? But it's like, yeah, psychiatrists that are halfway intelligent, I mean, they probably know that, like, yeah, there ain't shit they can do for us. Because, like, like therapists, like, they can only get so far with us because we're so busy, like, making up our own conclusion about everything anyway, that, and I'm not saying that those, like, patterns can't get reversed or, like, channeled in a different way. Like, that's awesome, like, if therapy can do that for you, but that's why I'm highly suggesting art as well as cannabis. But yeah, it's just you gotta be I feel like proactive with it, but sometimes being proactive, like for a while, especially with depression and anxiety and all kinds of psychological problems, like it's gonna be really hard for you, just get out of the house and do shit that everybody else does, and you're gonna be fucking bitter and angry about the fact that it's easy for other people, or I don't know. I don't want that to come out against other people because it's really not. And so if I say anything that's really upsetting, I'm sorry. I don't mean it like to upset you personally. I don't ever mean to do that. I just don't like how people make excuses for things, and so back to Actor at Work by St. Vincent. This is a brilliant song about classic borderlines. I know that's what she was writing about. I'm probably going to fuck up the chords, Annie. Please don't hate my guts. You're a supplement, you're a solve. You're a supplement, you're a solve. You're a bandage, pull it off. I can quit you, cut it out. You're a patient, I unlung. Ba-da-da-ba-da, ba-da-da-ba-da. Yeah, see, I fucked it up. No, but you really want to get it right, though, because your vocal impression's pretty good. Yeah, but that's just because I've been listening to her for so long. I just love you so much, Annie. I don't know. It doesn't matter, though, because you have heart, baby. You have heart. She will see that. You're a supplement. You're a salt. I like that better. That's actually... See, that's what's cool about doing covers. Or just, you do it with your own music. Like, you figure out, like, what sounds good and what doesn't. Usually figure out what doesn't before you figure out what does. All right, so you're a supplement. You're a salt.
Your bandage, pull it off. I can quit you, cut it out. You're a patient. Fucked it up. I'm sure that if she actually watched this, which the chances of that are very, very low, but maybe she'll want to see the finished product. And maybe she'll support my comedy. And maybe she'll promote me. Don't do that. No, maybe if you want. Only if you want. Only if you want. You're a supplement. You're a soul. No, that's it. You're a supplement. You're a solve. You're a bandage. Pull it off. I can quit you. Cut it out. You're a supplement. You're a solve. You're a bandage. Pull it off. I can quit you. Cut it out. You're a patient. I long. Ba-da-da-ba-da, 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 ba-da-da-ba-da. You're a cast sign broken on. You're an actor out of work. You're a liar, and that's the truth. You're an extra lost in the scene. Ba-da-da-ba-da, 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 ba-da-da-ba-da. You're a boxer, no, you're a boxer in the ring with brass knuckles underneath. You're the curses between my teeth. You're the laughter, you're the obscene. Ba-da-da-ba-da, 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 ba-da-da-ba-da. You're a supplement. No, it changes. You're a supplement, you're a solve, you're a bandage. I know this ain't right, Annie. I know it ain't right. You're a supplement, you're a solve, you're a bandage. Pull it off. I think I love you. I think I'm mad. No, you don't get that emotional till the very end. See, if I were Annie, I'm channeling you, babe. If I were you, like, see, I don't know. I'm sure that you've done this for years. I'm sure you did it with Nirvana. I'm sure you did it with Pearl Jam. I'm sure you did it with Bowie. I'm sure you did it with, like, every fucking artist you were obsessed with that made you, like, who you are now. And I'm not saying it wasn't you. I'm saying that it was all these people plus you and your interpretation of it and how it affected you personally and how your own, you know, physiological, psychological shit, you know, affected you. And, you know, there's a lot involved. But, yeah, so, I can't believe I've been going on for almost an hour. But, what was I saying? God fucking damn it. You were, what are you talking about? This would be amazing if she actually happened upon this video and she didn't hate my guts and think that I was a misogynistic cunt like so many others. I'm just not, I don't know. I think all the sides are wrong. I think, see, this is what I'm talking about. We just go into it. We just go into all the important shit, the stuff that matters to us. But it's like, God, I just get so frustrated because people just, they want to just get offended by shit. They want to just feel victimized by everything. And it's like, no. Like, Annie knows what I'm talking about. Playing the victim, it doesn't fucking work. All these fucking women, they just manipulate situations and just, they're like fucking, you know, puppeteers, you know? And they're just playing everybody around them and everybody's just fucking falling for it because they don't know what else to do. Leave those bitches. That's why anytime that I had a boyfriend, I was always telling him to leave me. And then he did. You're a supplement, you're a solve, you're a bandage, pull it off. I can quit you, cut it out. You're a patient, I long. Ba-da-da-ba-da, ba-da-da-ba-da, ba-da-da. That would be better. Ba-da-da. Ba-da-da-ba-da, 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 ba-da-da-ba-da. Yeah, she would like that. I think that she would approve. maybe you'd fall for me. Now I'm a fucking mess. Don't do that. I am married to myself. If only that were a fucking possibility, you know? Why not? Fucking narcissist makes sense. I always knew that I felt something special, you know, anytime a mirror was around. You know, but it's funny because I hated myself for so fucking long. And now I'm like, cool, I guess. You're a supplement, you're a salve, you're a bandage, pull it off. I can quit you, cut it out. You're a patient, I unlung. Ba-da-da-ba-da, 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 ba-da-da-ba-da. You're a cast sign, you're a cast sign, broken arm. You're an actor out of work. You're a liar, and that's the truth. You're an extra, lost in the scene. Ba-da-da-ba-da, ba-da-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-da-ba-da. That works. We're gonna get through this, Danny. We're gonna get through it. You're a boxer in the scene with brass knuckles underneath. You're the curses within my teeth. You're the laughter, you're the obscene. Ba-da-da-ba-da, 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 ba-da-da-ba-da. You're a supplement, you're a salve, you're a bandage, pull it off. I think I love you, I think I'm mad. You're a cast iron, broken arm. You're an actor out of work. I think I love you, I think I'm mad. You're a boxer in the ring with brass knuckles underneath. I think I love you, I think I'm mad, 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 mad. Does that work for you, babe? I don't know if it does. Probably not. Probably, why haven't I turned this off already? Now that I have talent, it just takes a while to pull it out, you know? Just yank it out. You know, kind of like I insist that people do with that stick up their ass. But, I mean, that's what I'm trying to do. I feel like that's, as a comedian, I think that you need, if you really want to make this work, what you're doing, what you need to do, we do this all the time, man. All the fucking time. See, now I'm actually talking to Annie through the vortex. It's very strange. I wonder if she could feel it as much as I can. I feel it in my panties. Just kidding. Don't wear no panties. I'm just kidding. I really do wear panties. I think that's weird. I've tried going commando because it made sense. But it's grody, especially for, you know, what they get. Every day, all day. Love porno. You know about the pornographic segment of your brain that just like wants to be fucked a lot. You know, it's not possible for me to be fucked as much as I am in this pornographic segment of my brain, which is why porn is porn. You know, but it's like that's why I don't need to watch it because like I already have that going on full blast. Like it full blast. That would be a really good name for love porno full blast. So somebody left this at the bar. Well, not like sitting at the bar. I smelled it. I made sure it was water. Because I was like, I know what I would do with this if I were still doing that. See, smell it, vortex. It's not vodka. It's not